All right, it is 8 a.m. in the morning, and I'm at Seabury Skate Park by myself, just getting some exercise. Happens, maybe stupid, but it may be fun. Today I'm messing with, all right, so here's the 11-inch hangers on the black base plate. I have independent, hard 1/8 inch. Here's the 54s, Simon Bonnero Spitfires, super rad. There's the Swampy board, and then here's the rib bone rails, super hyped. And I also have the Bones bushings, inverted kingpin, and as far as bearings, I have Bones. And there's that diagonal stripe. Oh yeah. The shape itself is sick. It's got that rounded back end and that shovel nose in the front. It's gonna probably take a couple minutes to get used to, but nothing big. I just got off of a Swampy double shovel. All right, here we are at Castleberry Skate Park. This is the morning sesh. I like it in the morning because there's not a lot of people here. I do like it in the evening when there is a bunch of people here, but sometimes you just need to be by yourself doing your own thing. So I don't know what I'm gonna mess with today. We'll holler back at you for that. All right, let's take a look. So far it sounds good. It's a little soft. Ooh, nice and smooth. Ooh, grippy, it's very grippy. Let's hear that screech real quick. That one's tough. Turns really good. I love the wheelbase on it. Wheels feel really good. Let's do a couple tests real quick with the wheels. All right, my first test is the bouncing test. One thing with some of the softer wheels is when you let your front end just drop and it bounces. When it overly bounces, I feel like that's too much for me. Like it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. So let's take a look at this one. It's kind of like right in between. It's pretty sick. Bounce is good. It's not too much, it's not too little. Doesn't fall flat, but it doesn't overwhelmingly bounce. So I think these wheels are pretty sick right now. I'm pretty hyped on them. What I would love to try is the 59s. Let's look at wheel bite with this truck combo and these wheels and the deck, how much it takes to get wheel bite. So we'll start off. Not bad. Nice tight turns. Didn't get wheel bite. Let's try it again. Still haven't gotten wheel bite yet, so I'm gonna dig my heels even deeper. There we go. That gave me a little bit of wheel bite. All right, that gave me a little bit. Let's see if it marked up the wheel at all. Oh, there it is right there. I got a little bit right there. So from here to back here is where it hit. So it's hitting pretty good. You can essentially look at it and be pretty confident that you're not going to get wheel bite on your standard tricks and stuff like that. All right, let's see if this thing grinds. This is like my favorite obstacle here. Of course, every guy over 50 is going to say that. It's not bad. Could use a little bit of whack. Maybe we'll give it a try or two real quick. All right, I'm going to mess around with the curb for a minute. If it doesn't grind, we'll move on. See what happens. I don't have any wax on me, so can't do much past that. Normally, there's sticks of wax everywhere. Okay, it's not horrible. Yeah, a little bit. It's a little sticky. This thing to me is a lot of fun. It's like literally 12 inches tall, maybe even less. But you know, if there's gonna be something that keeps you honest, it's gonna be something this small. So we'll play with that maybe. I'm not kidding when I say that thing's super scary. It's only like 12 inches tall, so the transition doesn't really work for you. But, dude, it was legit scary. Like, getting tossed on that would suck. You know, it's funny because I'm not a big skate park fan. But when I was a kid, along with every other older dude, this was our dream. This was our dream, is to have these insane skate parks that people could come from all over the world to skate and stuff like that. And you know, it's really cool to remember being 8 years old or 10 years old or 11 years old and just wishing that we could have something like this. And then you get older, you start skating the streets, you start getting arrested, you start getting people hating on you and stuff like that. And then that wish becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And now the reason why a lot of us old guys are out here trying to skate as much as possible is because that dream came true, bro. Like, it's literally, I'm living in that dream. And I'm living in that dream with all these young dudes that give mad respect. So I'm hyped, bro. So I became a skate park fan. I have nothing to prove. I don't need to go out in the streets. I'm almost 50 years old. I could care less. But I get to still skate, and I get to skate in the comfort of a skate park, still do the same thing, hang out with a bunch of people, meet new people. It's sick. Do I think that the streets should go away? Absolutely not. That's where we were born and bred. But maybe we could do our practice in here at the skate parks. And when it's time to film out in the streets, we film out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Skateboarding is a lot of freedom, man. We get to do whatever we want. And now people are starting to back it. Let's make it right. This thing here is probably one of the funnest curbs here, but unfortunately no one skates it. And so it's super duper sticky. Listen to this. I have rails on. Like, it's barely even sliding. But you know what happens is that this is where everybody gathers to skate this section. So they're all standing here and here. So this one's really hard to hit. But when it's time to hit it, we should hit it. All right, we got Eric in the house. What's up, big dog?
What's up, bro?
What are you rocking today? Hey, the funk
Of
board.
course.
Slappy truck, some OJ
Yes,
wheels. That's a
sir.
good setup, bro. What rails are they? Are they from the shop as well?
Yeah, your heroin.
Oh, the heroin,
Glow in the dark.
ones. Sick, dude.
Thin.
Love it. And John's in the house, slapping it up. Early morning sesh. Eric's rocking the golf wax. That is the premier wax of all wax. We should wax the top for board slides. All right, we're waxed up. We're gonna try to sesh a little bit. Hang tight. Oh my God, dude. Ugh. I hate it. This curve, like, I love it, but I hate it. It's such a weird relationship. All right, so I might try one or two switch 50-50s. I haven't done them in years, so I want to try to get them back. Oh my God. All right, not hyped at all in my sesh here. Not because of the skate park, just not feeling it. So I'm gonna try to hit another spot, and then if so, call it a day after that. You know, I think what happens sometimes is that when something's inconsistent, when it doesn't grind every single time the same exact way over and over and over again, you approach it like you're always scared to approach it the same way twice. So like, you're never ever gonna be consistent with it. You're never ever gonna like get the same results. And if we are here to get consistent with tricks and stuff like that, it makes it way harder. But on the good side, it also allows us to understand how things work differently and stuff like that, and what cements are for what. And anyway, I'm gonna move on. Not happy. Maybe we can make us happy. All right, here we are. Bunk's Board Shop. Just stopping here. I wasn't feeling skating right now, so I'm gonna come in and edit, get some stuff done. This is our little home away from home, little oasis, keeping kids on the streets, baby. All right, so if you haven't seen the shop, let me take you on a little tour. Come in. My doorbell rings. This is her, nutshell. We got our completes here, longboards and regular. We got some here too. This is where we build our boards and everything. Has all the tools in here. We got our artwork from our homies in town, our local guys. We have our Natural Concept crew that signed the board, so I have it hanging here. Bone Stallone, miss you, homie. And Natural Concepts grip tape down here, super sick looking. So this is like our art wall for the most part. My wife made these plant boards, which is dope. Definitely recommended. And then I have a stack of used boards here. I have them usually for artists in town. Like if they want to grab one and paint, a lot of the times we'll bring them back and stuff like that. Or we'll have art shows and stuff. So I always collect them. But yeah, long boards, regular boards here. Here's our clothing rack. We got shirts, hoodies, jackets and stuff. I have this empty for now because there's a little drop coming. This is our sale rack. We have a little bit left. There's our infamous Goblins phone. Free grip tape for anybody that needs it. It's a Goblin Gang, baby. They built this for the grand opening. Super hype. Here's our boards. What I did is I started at 7.75, went down to 8. And what I do is every funk board, this one here, every funk board ends a size. So this ends the 8s. And then I have these here, 8125s, and then these are too. And then it goes into our black dipped decks, and then it goes into 825. So all these are 825 to here, right here, and then it goes 838. And then I think 838 goes to, molds into, we don't have funk boards at 838 anymore. They sold out. So these 838s are here, then it molds into 85, which is all these and these. All these into here. So like 8.5 is obviously where most of the people are at. And then here is where we have our 9s and all the odd shaped stuff all the way up until 11 and 12 inch boards and stuff like that. Pretty dope. Here's our accessories wall. This right here is my main piece. This one is a 1969 Sears Roebuck hot dog board. My uncle hooked me up with this. He found it in a thrift store in North Carolina, so I keep it in the shop. I love it. Clay wheels and all. Super sick. And check this out. I like putting it on here because there's no grip, but they still roll really good, dude. You know what I'm saying? So that sits here for good luck. Sit it like that. So in here's our trucks. Right now we just got a huge shipment of Slappies in, as you can see. We got Indy, Thunder, Slappy, Ace. We do have Grind Kings and Crux, but we'll see. I have Indies coming in Thunder, but in Ace. Ace, Indies, Thunder, and Slappy are like my top dogs. Got some hats here. Got some more artwork here with some hats. We hang here. It's pretty fun. Here's our little shoe wall. We have Ours Is Yours here. Ours. We have some Stray. And we have some Fallen shoes here. And then these are our sale shoes. So we got some Lakai, some last year's Ours, some Opus. Yeah, and these are all the sale shoes. And then there's this guy. This is the infamous yellow couch. This is the second one. The first one's normally in my office, but it's on tour apparently. Here's our little station right here so people can come and hang out and watch TV here. We have the Xbox with Skate 3 and Skate 4 on it. And if you look, we made a little table out of the original Funk graphic, which is right here. That's the original Funk graphic. Our wheels are a little slim right now, but we're hyped. We got some Spitfire, some Dragons. Dragons have been selling pretty good, but this thing was full of everything. So I'm hyped. We got OJs, Speed Lab, OJs, Slime Ball, Snots, Spitfire down there, Dragons. Here's my office. It's a little messy, so I apologize. But this is where I'm going to be today. I'm editing. All right, I got my coffee bar here. We cook some Cuban coffee in the cafetera, an electric teapot so I can make French press, which is down here. Got some artwork from Ethan Fowler, not the skateboarder, right here. Pretty dope. There's my plastic curb. That's what I train on. Here's our bathroom. Got some sick boards on the wall. My niece did this one. My nephew's girl did this one. Kat from Quigley's Coffee did this one. My daughter did this one. This one was done by a young lady who was suffering through cancer, and this was the only way that she really felt normal is painting, so she painted us a board, and I was truly honored by that. So I made sure that it stays hung forever in here. Got some posters in here. There I am. Hey. So back here's our storage area. There's some stuff I can't show you, but we got shoes, we got some Hours, got shoes down here. We got some secret stuff, stash, some boards, my ladders. This is dope, it's a little shower. Right now, I mopped the other day, so it's in there, but this is my little shower in case I go skate. I'll go shower after. I got boxes for shipment, so on and so forth, and then there's our back door. Okay, we're at this spot. It's one of my favorites. This is the Sanford DIY. The gents that build it, they're so cool, man, and they do a really good job just making it unique. My personal opinion is if you're doing a DIY, why would you do one like a skate park? Like, you should do all the unique stuff at DIYs. That's what makes them so sick. So, hyped on it for sure. All right, I'm going with this guy today. It's the Wide Boy Shell Razor. I have mob grip, and I grip over the bolts. And I like to do that because I want to learn how to just have my feet in position without any kind of like direction or anything to kind of guide me. I just want to kind of feel it. So I joke around with this. I don't know if it really works or not, but we'll check it out. All right, we have slappy trucks. I have the 11-inch hanger, and I inverted the kingpin, so these are off of smaller trucks, but Powell rails, the rib bones, I really like them. I love how the screws grip. They do really good, so I've been just sticking with these. I like them, they slide really well. I got the Spitfire Karam calendars, super hyped on those. I love the chubby wheels. And these are radials, fulls, which I've been a huge fan of. The only thing I don't like is that they're 97s. I wish they were a little harder, but past that, super sick. So yeah, that's my setup today. So here's the DIY. We have some like Wally walls. They slide and grind, which is super sick. We have a sick spine here. This was built by the guys from Castleberry that built Castleberry. Some of the crew members just came out and just built it, which was sick. We got a pretty fat ledge here. It's pretty tall. Here's some whoop-de-woos. Dude, Flying Fox Fruit destroyed these. So yeah, might as well just keep those as a memorial at this point. This one right here is a kind of like a hip Wally wall. It's super sick. The top is slick, and a lot of people slide on the outside and pop in. This little quarter pipe here. You have a bigger one there. And you have like a taller curb back there. This is one reason why a lot of people come here is this guy. It's a little small, but it's really slick. A lot of fun. It's solid as a rock. There's no legs, no nothing. It's a little short, but what's cool is it's really good to like learn tricks on. You have a little bit of a taller one here. Pretty sick. Square though. Some people love it, some people hate it. It is what it is. Little mani pad. This one's a little chunky. It's not very fun. I'm not good at manis, so I don't really care either way. But it has a curb attached to it, which is super fun. What's cool is that it's like you could do blunt slides to mani, you could do, you know, anything you want. You could slappy, get into mani here and stuff. A lot of fun. And that's the Sanford DIY in a nutshell. So today I think I'm going to just mess around. I need some exercise bad. I need to get rid of some of this poison in my body, bro. I hate it. My personal idea, if you're in a bad mood, if you're eating terrible, if you're drinking a lot or something like that, like sometimes we just have to let out some of that grossness, and that's what's happening with me. I've just been eating like crap. I haven't been eating that much. I haven't been feeling good, so I want to sweat out some of this garbage and see what happens. So you can come on the journey with me. It's not going to be good. I'm not going to skate very good, but there's a few things I want to learn and practice with this guy right here. This guy. So here's my thing with this. It was built with different sections, which is totally sick. That's totally fine. We went ahead and steel sticked all of it, so it slides really good and the cracks don't stop you. But this sucker is a round curb. And people would normally be like, yo, it's a round curb, that's sick. Round curbs are scary, and I'll tell you why. Your point of contact on a round curb is like that much. So like you're only touching that much when you're sliding. So the balance is way different than like a square curb or something like that. So round curbs are a little bit sketchier, but they're fun. And here's the other thing. When you're going and doing combos like board slide to hurricane or board slide, you know, whatever combo, to feeble, all that stuff, on a square curb, you're locking into the edge of it and all that. On a round curb, you have to kind of lay it on top somewhere where it's gonna keep grinding stuff, because it'll essentially grind on the side, on the top, on the wherever. The problem is that your wheels might hit, might toss you, your truck might catch wrong and it'll toss you. There's just too many factors that will really like mess you up on round curb. I'm being goofy. What I'm trying to do is board slide from this crack over to here. I should be starting here. It's stupid of me to do that. It's throwing me off balance big time. All right, so not horrible. Sliding good. My skating sucks, but you know, I'm warming up and I'm 50. Whatever. I think I'm gonna go into switchboard slide now. See what happens. So on board slides, I like to come out fakie a lot, because especially when I'm warming up, because I pivot away from the curb. It just makes it easier, and I think it looks better sometimes. But I also threw in the coming out regular, and it felt really good. Coming off the round end sometimes could be a battle. Not a big battle, nothing big. It could be uncomfortable. It could also toss you, because what happens is you drop down and the board's sliding at that point. If your board's worn out, or if it just ends up sticking, then you could get thrown off. No big deal though, because getting thrown off of a curb versus getting thrown off of like a 20 stair handrail is two different things for sure. I feel like the switchboards are fine. Or one thing I haven't been doing is like front boards and stuff. I got cooked on one not too long ago, and it sucks, man. It sucks being as old as you are, or I am. Cooked, you get scared. It's a little scary. So I'm gonna mess around with those, see if I can get one or two, and see if I can get acclimated with them again, because I love front boards. Front boards feel good, and I feel like they look good too, because if you come out fakie or regular, a front board just looks dope. I know those look terrible, but I feel accomplished. I was super scared of them not too long ago. After doing them all the time, I loved them. So I wanted them back. I know doing them on a curb isn't that big of a deal, but I think I may try a combo or two. Maybe just start off a board slide hurricane. And if that's how I feel at the end of the video, then we'll do that, but I'll start with that. I haven't done a board slide hurricane on this yet. Should be interesting, but you'll see how different it is on a round curb than a square one when you try to pop up into hurricane. Because you could pop up way too high, get over it, pop up way too low and your wheels dragging, especially with 11-inch trucks. So you have to almost sit on top and be a pendulum and just lift it a hair and set it in. So we'll see what happens. But this curb is a lot of fun, by the way. And the fact that it's a little bit more challenging, I think is better. See what I mean? When you pop up in a hurricane, you don't know where the truck's gonna land on the curb. It's really just very organic, if you will. It feels really cool, but check this out. Here's where I think things are a little different with round curbs and all that. I have inverted kingpins, so you can imagine how difficult it is to pop into this. Now, granted, I got 11-inch trucks, so there's a lot of real estate to be able to pop into that curb. And that curb, like I said, we're only sliding that much. So, I mean, that might be it. And I don't know if I can come out of it, but we'll try. All right, that took a little longer than expected, but I like it. It felt good. I don't like the fact that my kingpin's grinding on it, but it is what it is. It grinded good, so we're good. Next stop is the shop, because I gotta work today. I'll see you guys soon.